Jama with the banger.
Thursday, man. Happy Thursday.
Let me fix my my Alexa right. Yo, Alexa, shut the fuck up.
That's right, man. Absolutely. She gotta chill herself out over there. But
I put some on my name.
Yeah. So this is Suede, everybody. Say what's up, man. How's it going?
What's up, guys? It's Suede on Instagram. The handle is GODCARLEON, God Carleon, but most know me by Suede or the plug.
Yeah, me and Pete have known a couple of plugs throughout our life, bro. Throughout our college days. A lot of people that reference themselves as the plug, you know what I mean? They wanted the name, the title, but you got it.
He's the plug right now. He's the Don. He's the Don plug. So
yeah, we mean it when we say the plug. We mean it on many different platforms. We're not just talking about one thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. 100%. But how about that? What are the platforms you work on, man? Let's tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, what you do.
Okay. Right now, well, I wouldn't call myself a social media specialist, but I would say I'm pretty savvy with anything that's social media. So I would like to call myself social media marketing, because I do a lot of marketing for different influencers and athletes, and do campaigns for different types of agencies, different brands. I work for a lot of cannabis industry type brands, but initially started as an influencer, worked my way up as an agent, and now I'm doing a little bit of both because I still do my comical content on my Instagram. Check that out.
Yeah, I mean, I know you do a lot of that comical stuff, and it's really cool. And I know that TikTok is such a big thing nowadays. So how did you kind of get involved with TikTok, and like, how do you feel like that helped your brand and everything like that?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of slept on the beginning of the powerhouse of TikTok, but working with all the influencers that I work with it was like inevitable that I'd have to get on the wave, right?
Yeah.
But what I did with Instagram, I built myself up and built my rapport up by doing content and stuff like that. But with the TikTok wave, I kind of like fell back and worked with other influencers, building their brand up, building their name up, and their niche, because TikTok is like a niche thing. So like helping people find their niche and boom that thing, boom the situation. My niche is like smoking weed and like almost provocative type of shit, so it doesn't work.
I got it. Yeah, TikTok seems like super censored. I know I work for a couple alcohol brands, and we weren't allowed to be on TikTok because they don't let alcohol companies and things like that on TikTok.
Anything that's like not for minors, it's not going to fly on TikTok.
Well, let me ask you, kind of carrying off of that, in regards to the influencers you work with. We've come across a lot of social media influencers. How would you define it, a true influencer? What are the relationships, the kind of experiences you've had working with those kind of people? And we were talking earlier about networking. How important is networking to, what you do in your business model?
Okay, well, I want to start by saying, in my book, a content creator and an influencer are two different people, but can be the same, if that makes sense. That's two different situational things so let me break it down. Influencer is someone that basically has a brand or has a image or a persona that built up on Instagram or any social media platform, and they basically can influence a crowd to wear certain things, act a certain way, and persuade them to have a judgment on different topics or things that, you know, they might or might not have the opinion before. And the influencer can be built off of viral situations, content that you're creating. And that just plays off of what I was about to say about a content creator. Content creator basically doesn't have to be the influencer. It doesn't have to be the person in the video. It doesn't have to be the person per se that's actually doing all the acting or the comedy. The content creator could be the one that's behind the camera, that has the ideas, that's putting all the situation together, actually using influencers to create the content. So I would like to put myself more into the content creator category, because I deal with a lot of different influencers, like a lot of different brands, and I will combine them sometimes. Sometimes we're not even in the videos that go viral. So I started out as a content creator, and I kind of leaned on being an influencer more because I wasn't getting the recognition for the content I was creating, if that makes sense. I have like 10 to 15 videos on World Star and stuff like that I'm not in. I mean, they tag me, but like I got no credit, basically, no numbers, no followers, no recognition for the work I've done.
That's crazy. So you feel like you have to be the face of the video or of the content that's created, that's pushed out, to get that recognition, so people will give you followers, give you clout, whatever it is.
Thanks. Okay. Unless you're working for the target goals for revenue. So basically, if you're building a brand for a person, client, product, something like that, and if you can build a rapport to be that person that everyone reaches out, that does that type of content, then you don't have to be the face. But at the end of the day, it's still like it's hard to get recognition if you're just a person and not an actual company or a brand. If that makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. You know, when it comes to you being a content manager, working digitally, getting people together, you know, what are kind of some of the things that you do? What are kind of some of the content that you create? And, you know, I'm actually really curious about this because, you know, back in the day, I learned a lot about talent management and, you know, a lot of bigger talent agencies. How's that market with, you know, before it was, you know, mostly, you know, you'd have to go through a massive process if you wanted to get into acting, let's say, or singing or dancing or any kind of thing, you know, that had to do with commercials or print advertising. So nowadays, you know, things are more online. How's the market changing, and how's the competition with those talent companies?
It's changed tremendously. It's gave the underdog so like, okay, let's look at like Colgate. Let me rewind and tell you the reason why I can give you this answer. The answer that I'm going to give you the backstory on the answer. So when I first moved to Hollywood, I was working with a production agency. They did special effects and stuff like that. And they ended up hiring me to come in and do all the marketing for their page, and basically build their Instagram pages up and create all the content for their pages. But on the back end, I got an opportunity to meet a lady by the name of Ann Kurtzman. Ann Kurtzman is the lady that created most of all of our Super Bowl commercials that you've ever seen. I don't know if you're familiar with the pistachio commercial with the pistachio eagle. She did
that. Okay, that's awesome.
So, and her husband is Alan Kurtzman. He's a writer for Saturday Night Live, so he's like famous for that, right? So I was able to be brought into this network with another phenomenal actress, and she on the TV show. She owned the show that she put on national network television. It's called Macabre Theater, and her name is Ivana Cadaver is her stage name, but her name is Natalie Popovich. Okay, so when they brought me in on marketing and branding their social media. But what ended up happening is I started learning about who they are and what they did, and they wanted me to influence what they did on the broad scale, because they were kind of like dinosaurs as far as social media and the internet, to more of a savvy way to promote and put themselves out on the internet, basically. So everything that Ann had, as far as knowledge, as far as marketing, putting together scaled information to pitch ideas for different companies, different brands for commercials and stuff like that. Everything she started involving me in, I basically started pushing it towards social media. And this was right before the scale up of Corona. So basically, we was working on all these huge packages, all these commercials we were shooting, but on social media level to pitch to these different brands. Man, we did like Powerade. Like I said, we did Colgate. We did one for some like candy. Just different commercials and different little videos we would do, 60-second videos that were branded, or not branded. Basically, we would blur out the product brand name, where we could sell it to anyone. If Powerade didn't get it, then maybe some type of other energy drink would pick up, Monster would pick it up, and and so forth. I learned all this stuff, and then boom, Corona hit, and everything just ceased. So I had all of these techniques and all this information that I gathered, and I was already working with influencers and rappers at night and doing production and stuff with Disney and motion picture movies during the daytime. So I just, when it all died down, I just put everything into the rappers, everything into the content creators, everything into the influencers, and I just took that whole technique of just making these content type commercials and teaching my influencers to do that, to build themselves as a brand and make themselves money, rather than trying to just get followers or just build numbers. They're actually funneling and monetizing their viewers. So back to the original answer is like, you wanna make sure that, I don't know, I forgot what I was saying. I got high.
Man, well, look, from what you said, I think the key word was monetization as opposed to numbers, because we were talking about, a lot of people think you got to have a whole bunch of numbers. You got to have that blue check. Yeah, that's important. But at the end of the day, are you making money off the product you're creating, off the product you're getting out there, off of the people you're working with, and then everyone's making money as a whole? And that's the problem that I've come across with a lot of different ventures that I've done. It's just the monetization takes a long time if you don't know how to do it right. But if you do, you're able to just get that shit going right away. You don't have to worry about, waiting on somebody else to get you paid. You got to just do it yourself. But so, and also I kind of wanted to get into the idea that, I think especially with COVID starting, you said you put you're all into the influencers, to the rappers, everything like that. So with that, I know you have a background. You have your own, for instance, clothing brand. You're a cannabis activist. You music manager, creative director, and all these different things. So do you feel like you need to stay on your toes, keep busy, and have all these things kind of connect with one each other in some certain way?
Well, they kind of like all play hand in hand. I originally started as an artist. I was a rapper. I didn't know nothing about social media influencing. I didn't know nothing about social media marketing. None of these things. And then we talking 5 years ago, right? Then I met but let me say this. As an artist, I always took the time to do like music conferences, music business one-on-one classes. I had a mentor that was the program director for the local radio station from the area where I'm from. I'm from Lake Charles, Louisiana, small city, Southwest Louisiana. Probably never heard of it. And yeah, I just always was into the back end of the entertainment things, more on the music side. So I always was trying to learn about publishing and networking with people to build your status up, and and learn how to talk to people in a correct way, to email people and ask them to approach people. So I ended up meeting this influencer in my city who was going viral. Like, virality was crazy out the roof. We're supposed to posting them like 3 times a day. And this doesn't happen often for someone from my city. So it was a little bit of luck and blessing at the same time that he was friends with one of my cousins, and my cousin ended up bringing him over, and I was telling him about what I can offer him, and what he needed management and stuff like that. And he was telling me he was already dealing with someone in Florida. Long story short, we ended up talking about doing a viral skit, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I bring him and at the moment, this is the Boom Gang era, right? So Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
The boom gang area. This is the area where people were pouring milk on themselves, sliding in the stores, and yeah, doing the crazy shit around. Right? So this kid, bro, goes into church, the biggest church we have in that area, huge. Walks in and I was like, they show they show this on TV, like the church. He walks in and fucking gets on stage and screams. He's looking for his kid. He made pizza rolls and ice cream for him and everything. You know, goes crazy. They tackle him, put him on the news, like goes super viral, right? So me and this kid and I'm linking up, and I ended up moving him in to my apartment with me and just like basically mentoring him, helping him with his career. Long story short, we ended up meeting one of the World Star guys personally, drove to Miami where he stayed. The guy that I was working with stayed there. But during the process of me working with him, the World Star guy, I would run his Instagram with him. So I would do all the DMs for business via all his business meetings and business quarters and you know, anything that had anything pertaining with him making money, because he was a street dude. You know what I mean? He didn't really know how to talk or present himself to people as when they were asking him questions. So I would do all this for him. And in the meantime of doing that, I gained a lot of contacts from all over the nation through his DMs. People, I gained business relationships with, and remind you, this is the boom gang era, with all these people that are trying to go viral in different parts of the nation. Being that he was getting 4 million impressions every week, I was meeting everyone that was the future of Instagram creators, correct?
Yeah.
So I built relationship with him. He ends up doing another viral skit, goes to jail in Miami, he lights up a firework for 4th of July in Dollar Tree, goes viral. Fucking police try to get him. He goes on a escape to LA, comes to LA, gets on social media, say catch me if you can, goes viral for that. Like, this kid's crazy, right? So super viral, right?
Yeah.
So meantime, I'm working with him, building ideas and all the skits. So as the skits are evolving, I'm working with him and building rapport with all of the people that's on the back end in his DMs. But also, he moves to LA. I fly to LA to meet him, and I start building with all the influencers that were on top level scale, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Because he has access to them because of his status. So not only am I building a rapport with the up and coming, I'm building a rapport with the people that already have status in LA. So he ends up going to jail again in LA, flying back to Florida, traffic stop, catch him, flying back to Florida. I'm like, okay. So with the relationship that I built up with all the guys that I met, I just was like, fuck it. I saved up a lot. I owned the construction business back home. I had a lot of money saved up. So I was like, I'm gonna just use my savings and I'm gonna just go meet all these fucking guys. Yeah. And with my World Star connection, I'm not gonna guarantee you that you make World Star, but I'm not leaving you until you do, basically, type shit.
I love that.
So I started I flew to Denver, Colorado, and met these two guys, Paper Chase and 3-6. Both of them are verified right now. Both of them have over 200,000 followers, something like that. Then I went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Met up with Boobie Johnson. He had like 200K, and there was this white guy had World Star tattoo on his face. Me and him, we did some crazy. His name was Big Then we went to St. Petersburg, Florida. Guy, whole face tattooed as the Joker, right? That's why I have this paint.
Oh, that's I know who that is. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I go to Joker game, and at the time he's we're trying to figure out how to make him go viral because he keeps getting banned and losing his pages. So there's this guy named what was his name? Goose or something like that, right? And he was like portraying to be like gay. I don't know if he is or isn't gay, but he was extremely gay. Like he would wear a pink wig and do weird shit. Right? Well, he was trolling my live one day, and I like DM'd him like, bro, what do you want? And he found me from the kid I was working with.
Okay.
it's like, I want a manager. I was like, well, I can't guarantee you that I can make anything happen for you, but I know that one of the characters I'm working with needs a villain. Needs a nemesis. So let's change your name to Goose Wayne Batman, right?
That's good.
We go with this gimmick. I go to him in Clearwater, Florida. Me and him drive to Goose Wayne, drive the Joker, set up a fake fight, right? Stage the fight, goes viral. Dr. Phil fucking flies the fucking Goose Wayne guy out, does a whole show on him. Yeah, bro, does a whole show on Goose Wayne.
Wait.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, he was on Dr. Phil. Wasn't he on Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
Wasn't he on Dr. Phil with his fiance or something?
Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
I think I've seen this, bro. I've seen clips of this. That's crazy.
The video of them boxing in the backyard on Dr. Phil.
Yeah. That was you?
That's my video.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I love that. The original's on your iPhone to this day. That's awesome.
Sometimes on my IGTV on Instagram.
Yeah.
You could probably sell that. You could probably sell the content in that iPhone for millions in a couple of years, bro. Honestly.
Bro, I've literally been archiving my whole journey from beginning to now in my Instagram. And if I literally have a documentary about like from then to now of all the people I worked with and like the scale. Because I was living in the projects when I left. I literally look out my window and see the Hollywood sign now. So it's like people, and I have genuine fans that watch me within the last 2 or 3 years and be like, yo, bro, I remember when you had long hair and you was just dressing like you didn't give a fuck. You was in the projects, and now I look at you like, yeah, bro, like it's just a process. And you asked me about like the marketing and the music, and it's like everything kind of fell hand in hand. I just stopped doing the rap thing. I still do music here and there, but it's like I still work with rappers because I still have the passion for music. You know what I mean? I still want to do music, so it's like I don't do music, but I can tell this rapper, hey, you need an EPK, you need to put out this, you need to be published, you need to do this, because that's what I would do if I were in your position. Yeah. And that's where that falls into play, because I basically, the guy that I initially started with as an influencer, he's now a rapper, 400K verified, now a rapper, signed to one of the biggest rappers out of Louisiana. So it's like I pushed it on him. Now it's like, I was like, well, if that's the case, I might as well just keep doing that. I started learning how to basically grow organic followers through doing giveaways through other people like Floyd Mayweather. We've done one with DaBaby, Kim Kardashian, Justin Bieber, Lil Yachty. And what we do is we just basically pay these guys to give away like 5 PlayStation 5s and 10 racks or like a Mercedes Benz. And we have a stationary page where we solicit slots for like $3,000 to $10,000 for organic followers from this specific person. So say we give Lil Yachty like 10 bands or whatever, and tell him to do a contest for like 3 bands. We'll have a stationary page where Lil Yachty say, well, in order to win these 3 bands, you have to be following everyone in this page is following. And that guarantees us the organic following. And being in that network of just dealing with people that does that shit over time, it's just, I have like a rapport with people that, the agencies that have been built from that, they hit me on a personal level because I started whenever it was at the ground up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I know the owners of the companies. I know the guys that built those companies, and you know I know the real people behind.
Basically grew with them.
Fact. Yeah. So I don't get the campaign list like, oh, 1,500, 13. No, they be like, yo, I got this for this and this. Add your point on top and like, you know, sell it. So I could have my own agency doing that right now. I just have my hands on so many different things. It's just like, I just have to buckle down and do it. I need a team.
Yeah, for sure. And I love how you seem to give back a lot, you know, mentoring all these different people and then committing to them to saying, like you said, I'm going to make sure you go viral. I don't know if it's tomorrow, today, whatever, but I'm going to get there. And that's key because like a lot of people lose focus. They get bored, get tired, and lose the patience for a lot of the things that they get involved with. Like, for instance, we just started this podcast and we see it with a lot of potential to grow, but that takes time and effort, and as well as having a good team around you, good people to support you, good people to give you, you know, good influential advice and things like that. So that's why I like to have a lot of people like yourself come on here, and we're able to talk about all these different things, the world of influencers, the world of marketing and things like that. We had a guy last week for sports gambling. So just a lot of different things where they're able to market themselves as well on this platform and spread ideas and wealth to everyone who's willing to listen. And I think that's the key, the willingness to listen and actually, you know, don't take it for granted, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah, I would, bro. I can definitely recommend some people to you. Right off the top of my head, I would suggest Shanny, man. As far as I'm not sure you're familiar with him and his stock situation, but the kid's amazing, man.
Yeah, I know. I see all the stuff he does, and it's super cool. Like I was so surprised how sick the music video you guys did, the Scooby-Doo thing. Like that production seems so crazy.
I saw that too.
That production was insane. Like it was so legit, and like it's hilarious too. Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome. And Scooby-Doo's my favorite cartoon.
I love about Shanny. Really
same, bro.
Yeah, that bro, we literally were on this balcony right here, and he told you, let me hear the song, and I was just like, yo, I just want to be fucking Fred, bro. I just want to be Fred. If you're doing Scooby-Doo, I'm being Fred. He was like, oh, you want to do that? I was like, hell yeah. I said, I'll help you direct it. Because I've been on professional sets of movies and stuff, you know? So I know about shot lists. I know about, you know, angles. I know about, you know, directing. I know how shit's supposed to go on in professional production. So I directed that video. I directed the video, told him to write the shot list. He gave me the shot list, you know, I did all the shots, made the videographer didn't have to do nothing. I directed that video from top to bottom. Now, Shanny definitely did his part because it was parts of the scenes where I wasn't around. He did, you know, Shanny directed it, but it was his song, so I tried to give him leeway of not having to worry about doing the direction. We put that together. It was fun, bro. It was real. He's working on a new one, so be ready for it.
I'm ready. This thing is hilarious. Most of the content you guys push out is so funny. Like even my boy, like, to be sitting down looking at my phone, like, oh, what's that, man? And then they give you a follow-up stuff. It's just funny, man. I love that content. A lot of the times you see a lot of things that go viral or whatever, and it's like it's not the best. It doesn't seem like super.
There was nothing. It feels like there's nothing creative.
Not natural.
It's just, you know what I mean? Like, natural. It feels too forced. Now, like, at the end of the day, if like you're doing something creative and it's like meant to be forced, then it's forced. But I really hate the shit that goes viral that they try to make seem as natural, but is not natural at all. It's super forced. Like,
it's phony.
You know, shoot a basketball 100 times, you know, before it goes in, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I try to keep myself to doing only organic content. If it's nothing that's like isn't organic. World Star is supposed to be like 20 times, and everything that posted with meat in it was like on some type of organic situation. And usually the ones that aren't organic, like something like that just happens and I actually catch it on camera, it's usually something that does happen to me, and I'll just recreate it like instantly. It's like if I cry laughing at something, I'm going to recreate it. If I don't recreate it, I'm writing it down in my notes. I did one. It was like I got soap in my eye one time, and I was trying to hurry up and grab something. And I fell out the shower, right? So I heard that TikTok you know, the ones like
yeah. So you're always just on the spot, like thinking of like new ways to like make interesting little snippets of content. Like, you know, like when shit happens to you, just kind of like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to talk about that because why not? Like, I'm talking to myself about it. Might as well let other people know, make some money off of it.
Thanks. Because when people feel like they can relate to what the subject matter is, it's just like they just relate to it, they're going to be extremely more. They're going to laugh at it more. They're going to show it to more people. They're going to like, it's just relatable, you know.
You get more traffic onto your own account. I'm curious how, like, you know, you spoke a little bit earlier about, you know, your time in the South. Now I'm in the South here in North Carolina, a little bit different than Louisiana, but I'm curious, you know, how was your experience in Louisiana? You said you were in construction for a while. How's your experience, you know, in LA been? And do you think, you know, you could have been as successful with the things that you're doing right now if you were in Louisiana instead of in LA?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. It's just because, like, man, the mentality of where I'm from is like, if someone seen me doing the things that I do in the streets, I would be a joke. in Louisiana. You know what I mean? It's like people out here take it so serious. The production is serious. The music is serious. Like everything is serious. It's like because it's a real job, and people act as if. But out there is more of a hobby. It's more of something that they take for granted. They don't really think it's true. Where I'm from is like technology is like 10 years behind, bro. Like people are still on Facebook, like addictly, so it's like trying to tell someone, oh, check out follow me on Instagram or check out my TikTok.
MySpace.
Yeah.
They don't know Omegle and MySpace, bro.
TikTok, it's like a TikTok. So it'll never work. It'll never work. If I'd have never traveled, I'd have never had the opportunities that I have, and I'd never know the people that. And my network is pretty. I got a fire ass network just because, like I said, I was able to build with the guys that now have millions of followers had 10K, 7K, 15K when I met them, and the guys that had millions of followers, I met them on this is my boy that does some fire ass content, does create, and he works for this production agency. So I came into a certain circle. I was blessed to be able to come into Hollywood and in a circle I can't really go down. I can only go up. If I go down, it's because I let myself go down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to involve myself with people that's like doing more than me, and that's like people. They're really like super. I be around situations. I was like, damn, I'm really like. I was with the kid from Zoe 101, the little brother.
Nah, get out of here. Oh wait, what's that kid's name? His name was Dustin in the show. His name was Dustin in the show. Dustin. I don't remember his real name.
His real name's Paul Butcher. I was with him 2 weeks ago.
Paul Butcher.
Just out of nowhere.
That's crazy. I know
his body painter, and he got body painted by my body painting. I run a content house with these TikTokers. He pulled up, bro. It was like Kid Boo.
Yeah.
Who else? Fucking a lot of shit awesome. Just be happening.
Hell yeah. That's what I find cool because a lot of the times I see like the content houses and stuff where you just have all these influencers and people come, and that's like the best way to network, best way to get your brand out there, connect, make new content with these new people you're meeting. And I think that's cool that people are actually willing to do that as opposed to like, I don't know these people. Everyone's always open to new ideas and collaborating, which is great. And I love that about social media and TikTok, for instance. That's what it's about. You can't be standoffish to people. You got to be open-minded, listen to different people, take and learn from other people that, oh, maybe this guy's doing this something better than what I do, and I could use this in my show for my brand, for my marketing abilities and things like that. But I also want to ask you about being a cannabis activist and like the whole legalization of it. Where do you think it's going to go? Are you content with how it is in LA right now? Do you really need it to go anywhere? Or like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, like, I like the way LA doing it, but I really wish it was like this back home and would just change a lot of it. Like back home where I'm from, we had like a 3-strike law, and it doesn't matter the quantity. So say if you get caught with like a pound the first time, then the next time like an ounce, the third time they catch you with a seed, you still get the charge as it's still a felony. So you still get the 5 to 10. You can go do prison time for a seed or a blunt. If it's your third. Right. Or three blunts or 3 seeds, 3 different times,
Doesn't matter the amount. That's just strike. What the that's fucked up. That's crazy.
And the worst part of it is, I'm sure a lot of people in Louisiana smoke weed. I'm sure a lot of people of all races and ethnicities and backgrounds, like, of the people there, actually don't really care about it too much. Like it's not going to tick them off if weed were to be decriminalized or legalized in your state. You know what I mean? I don't think it would piss them off that much. I see that in North Carolina all the time.
I don't see why it would. Like Louisiana's a drinking state. You go to Louisiana because you can drink in the city, drink in the streets. So that means the causes of death, there are more deaths behind people being drunk in Louisiana, and I'm sure that they have overdosing on weed. So it's like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. I don't even think they've like decriminalized it yet. I think it's still like
really.
They haven't. They haven't. Yeah,
I know they're gonna federally decriminalize it. That's like the next step. I know Biden.
That's the next step, but that's gonna take a while too.
Louisiana's like, fuck no, we're not playing that. Y'all going to jail for weed. I don't give a damn.
That's freaking bullshit. I always ask people this. I'm like, all right, look, would you rather smell cigarette smoke or weed smoke? Like, You know what I'm saying? And like you die off of cigarettes and all the chemicals in cigarettes. Every day people die of cancer from cigarettes. I've never heard of somebody dying from weed. You know, ever. I just heard people being happy. That's what it does. It brings happiness. It helps anxieties. It helps mental issues. It helps.
Hungry, happy.
It's the medicine.
Three symptoms: hungry, happy, sleepy. That's it.
Hungry, happy. Yeah, that's facts. That is facts. Absolutely, man. Well, let's sign on that with the hungry, happy, sleepy note, man. I love that, and I just want to give a shout out to you one more time. Follow my man Suede on Instagram. Carleon. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for spreading your wealth, knowledge, and hungry, happy, sleepy happiness to all of us.
Glad to have you on, man.
I got advice for any up and coming influencers, TikTokers, and stuff like that. Do your own thing, find your own niche. Don't really look for other influencers to build yourself off of, because then you're going to be their product. You know what I mean? So find your own thing, find your own situation, get your own numbers up, and then collab. Like I've learned over time that collabing to build yourself up, it doesn't give you that star quality. It gives you like, oh, that's the guy that was with that guy, the girl that used to be with that girl. Like that's a big thing I've learned over time. It's like always do your own thing, get your own niche, and go crazy.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Where'd you get that painting from in the back there?
One of my
poster or painting?
Over there in Miami, you said, right?
One of my essay partners did this for me, man. He painted it for me.
That's insane.
That's a vibe.
When I first pulled up on it, I saw that. It was so cool.
Nah, he shipped it.
That's just a noticeable thing, you know.
Yeah, it's fire. I had to have that, bro. I had to have that painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joker
did you watch that? Did you watch Joker? Did you watch Joker when it came out? Like what do you think about it? Because me and Paris went together a couple years ago. It was unreal.
I thought it was great. I love it. I love the fact that they brought out the whole situation of him being Batman's brother. Because I don't think a lot of people knew that shit. So it's like it fucked everybody up. What? That's his fucking brother? I think he did a great job playing as a Joker. Like, yeah, it was a good movie. I loved it all in all. I loved it. It was really cinematic. I loved it.
100%. I loved it too, man. It was a great movie. Well, appreciate you, bro. Have a great rest of your day. Be in touch. Thanks again. I'll hit you up soon, all right?
Stay safe, man. Glad that we had you on. Stay safe.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day.
Got you.
All right, brothers.
Happy, hungry, sleepy.
Happy, hungry, sleepy.
What an interesting guy, man. What an interesting guy.
Man. That's what it's all about. That's like honestly the modern American dream to me. Like
that's the American story, man. That's the American story.
Because look, we live in this realm. I was talking to my friend last night about this. We live in this realm, this world where technology is moving faster than the human mind can comprehend. When I say that, I mean there's so many different ways that technology has improved our lives, has taken over our lives, and it has also put a little dent into some parts of our life. Social media is a blessing, is a curse, as we say. But in reality, I think that if you look past the curse part of it, which is like the drama, the false information, misuse of conduct, and things of that nature, look past that and do what Suede does, and the fact that he's able to use that to self-brand, self-motivate, self-market, network with so many countless individuals that have so much knowledge to spread and wealth, like I said. And it's just finding those right people, finding the right opportunity, and then jumping on it, taking advantage of it, and living your life in the moment, so you don't let a day pass by, don't let an hour pass by, an idea pass by. That's why I said that's the best thing, like writing down notes. You slip and fall out of the shower, like, oh shit, that's a funny ass video, let me recreate it. And I think that happens a lot in different things in life. That happens in music. You hear a different sound, maybe on a railroad track. Oh shit, that's a cool beat, let's run it, let's make that into reality. And I think that that's just speaks to the fact that people need to get out of their own heads, get out of their own phones, their own TVs, whatever the hell that's blocking their receptors and visual parameters to be able to say, oh, I'm looking up, look at this world around me, look at all this shit around me, look at this cool ass person around me, look at all these people around me, let me fucking live my life, indulge in all these cool endeavors that I that I can, as many as I can, I should say. And that's just so cool, man. I don't know. I think that's like just super fucking cool, man. And like the fact that I personally don't like TikTok, but like his shit is fucking hilarious.
He makes
it's
me
hilarious
and
it's genuine as cool. He does.
Honestly.
Yeah, he makes me want to like make some videos and stuff like that. Because a lot of the times you even hit on it, like these people are fucking boring as shit, like so corny. Exactly. It's a good joke. I'm like, how are people fucking with this? But it's like, I'm not gonna hate on people that are getting a lot of followers and stuff like that, making corny ass shit. Like, cool, do you? There's obviously an audience for corniness, but I'm just not gonna be part of it. But then like you get this like organic content and things that are really funny and genuine. That's the best. That's when I'm like, I'm all in on that. I'm full support.
I was personally, I really like the, that kind of like how he comes up with this shit. Like you were saying about, he falls out of the, he slips out of while he's coming out of the shower, like that kind of stuff, like basic things that happen to you, and
for
just
sure.
being like, I'm gonna go write that down. That takes, a lot of time. That takes a lot of honest, like integrity to your own work and to your craft. And like he was saying, to transition from wanting to be a rapper and then moving into, a situation where he's a content creator and he's developing artists and he's developing influencers and he's doing that, moving into a more managerial role. I think that's really fantastic. And I think he exudes a kind of excellence that, is really beneficial to people of our age group, because this is how the new business environment is. There's obviously jobs in technology. There's jobs at, in more the media landscape and entertainment. But this kind of individualized entertainment, more, I would say, less centralized, decentralized, is something that's very, very niche. But it's also something that I would still say it's niche, just because if you think about the percentage of people that actually do it, it's incredibly small, but it looks like everyone's involved. And I think that's the thing. It connects the dots, brings people together. And, I've been able to watch some of his videos, some of his content over the last, like, just few weeks through mutual friends, right? And, like, I love it. I think it's great. I think it's unique. And you can tell, like, he's thinking about things when he's doing it. You can tell that there was real artistic, qualities in there. The way, like he was talking about, the way he films things, being on a set, helped him with that camera angles. When you stop, you pause, do you cut out, do you cut in, those kind of things, those basic things. It's definitely good to have that, because I think too much of the time it can be lackadaisical, the content that comes out there. And especially if you're trying to monetize it, there's no better way.
Dude, I think what was fucking cool that he really, this is something I like to do. I was always, I talk about this a lot, but I'm always the guy that's going to be the best listener. I pride myself on that. And the fact that he's able to get himself in these situations and take advantage of it. And you see today, he said 5 years ago, he was rapping and doing his thing. And now look at him, look what he's doing, all these different connections, his network, his empire, quote unquote, he's built. And that just is really hitting off the fact that the core value that he has is being that person that's going to soak up this information, take advantage of the situations he's in. Because I've been in like so many different panelists rooms and different stuff like that, where I'm sitting there like writing all these fucking notes, writing down every keyword they say, all these, and like, oh shit, you said this, email this person, let me look up this person, for later on. And then a lot of people will sit there and just be like, oh, that's cool, whatever, and then bounce right away. I'm like, dude, fucking, you have a CEO of a company here, you have a big time producer in front of you, you want to get into the movie industry, you want to get into production, Don't take advantage of this person, bro. They're there to help. People like to help people. A lot of times people are scared, like, maybe next time we'll talk to this person. Fuck it, just fucking do it, bro. Hashtag Nike, just do it, bro. My mom too, she says just do it. That's her saying. She's like, P, get your ass on the phone and call the person up right now. And I do it, bro, because it's like, fuck, you're right, I should. Why am I gonna put this off and forget about it 2 days later, 2 days, 48 hours? Within those 48 hours, that dude already forgot about me, bro. That dude forgot he shook my hand at this meeting, forgot me, So just do that shit in the moment. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't let a chance and opportunity pass you by. And you know what? With that, I'm not going to let this opportunity pass me by to segue into Super Bowl week.
Super Bowl week, baby! Yo, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. This Sunday,
February, dude. That's what's up. Day, baby. There's only two things in February. It's Super Bowl and Valentine's Day. Super Bowl and then Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
That's the order.
no,
I fuck
that's
with
third
it.
on my list, bro. That's way back there, bro.
Wait.
That's
No,
that's
it goes
behind,
Super
bro.
Bowl, chocolates, strawberries,
Yes,
champagne, and then
flowers,
Valentine's Day.
champagne, a
You know,
full meal, you know,
this
and then
year,
it's
we
Valentine's
gotta
Day.
change the status quo of flowers and gifts and treats.
Gotta shake it up a
I
little,
want a
man.
teddy bear, bro. I want some flowers. I want a rose, man. I'm gonna rock a fucking blazer, put that rose right here, and be like, "What's up?" That's like a look. You're like, I'm here to party,
I'm thinking like that
but
too,
at the
bro.
same time, I'm here to like be cash and like chill, hang out. And at the same time, I'm a businessman, but I'm also the business man. Ha.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
I got it. Is it? I think the
Jay-Z.
the 14th is yeah, Jay-Z. The 14th is what, next Monday? Is that correct?
It's
Not
on
next
the
Monday,
14th.
the Monday after?
It falls on the 14th. This is why it's so bad, because I haven't had a Valentine in 4 years, just because I haven't had a girlfriend in 4 years. I mean, I've had like days on Valentine's Day, so I guess I did have a Valentine, but I didn't have like a girlfriend type of shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's more fun, bro. Like, for instance, last Valentine's Day, didn't we do something where we were with like a bunch of friends and we had like a fat?
I think we had like a fucking. Did we go
like
out or something like that?
We probably did go
went out or
something,
something,
bro.
Because it was before COVID.
It was definitely on the weekend
pre-COVID.
Too. I'm pretty sure it was one
pre-COVID.
of the
We went out for sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember with who though, man. It's been so long, but we definitely went out. Yeah, man. It's crazy. This is crazy to be back in February, but obviously getting into the Super Bowl, bro. What's how you feeling about this?
Dude, first off, for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna give you a little story here. Back in I guess this would have to have been in June or July, something around that time. I'm sitting there, I'm in Vegas, right? And I'm like chilling in the hotel because I was like about to go crazy. COVID was still going on. And I was just like, let me just hang in the hotel. Let me just do my thing, keep safe, mask on, mask up, try to avoid a lot of people, a lot of big crowds, which there weren't a lot of big crowds. And actually Vegas regulated it pretty well. We're at all the tables, there are going to be 4 people, hand sanitizing. Like, you had to do that before you touched anything. You had a mask on. They would like give you 2 masks if you didn't have one, whatever. So I'm sitting there at the Caesars Palace Sportsbook. I'm looking like, damn, we should probably make a place for the Patriots on the Super Bowl. I know they're probably not going to win, but fucking, $50 could win me like probably like $500+, which is lit, which would be cool. Then I also thought to myself, well, wait, I could also place a bet on number 1, who's going to be the NFC team, the AFC team, and then who's going to win that matchup in the Super Bowl. So I said to myself, I was talking to my boy Beelim, Brandon Lemaire. Shout out to my homie. He's running a club in Atlanta.
We got to get Beelim to come out.
Go check out his club in Buckhead, Atlanta. I'll drop the name in the comment section in the description later. But shout out to Beelim. Anyway, so I'm like B. I bet you it's gonna be Brady Mahomes Super Bowl. Nah, some dude behind me. Nah, no way. Mahomes for sure, but nah, Brady. Nah, it's gonna be 10. It's gonna be the
that was me too. That was
Saints.
me too. That was everyone, bro. That was everyone.
It's gonna be the Green Bay. It's gonna be fucking who the fuck ever else.
The Seahawks, bro. Back then, that's what it was. Yeah.
Even the Rams, maybe. Kyler Murray's lit too. Like, nah, fuck out of here. I was like,
Yo,
bro.
Cliffy Kingsbury though,
bro. I'm like, this is gonna be just like LeBron to the Lakers, bro. It's gonna be the same shit. Okay, this is the GOAT we're talking about. When GOATs play with teams, don't matter where they are, bro, they're gonna get shit done. He took the same team Cam Newton had, minus like 7 or 8 people that declined to play because of COVID, but which is key because we lost like Patrick Chung, Jonathan Hightower, Shaq Mason, like all these good people, whatever. People don't even look at that. Anyway, but he took like the same receiving core, same running back group of bullshit. Like, you might just say bullshit because there's nothing in there.
Yeah, basically the same offense, right?
Basically the same offense. And he went 12-4, bro, and made the playoffs and was like played the Bills in the first round. Who do you lose to? The
Titans.
Titans, thank you. And then he's like, he just didn't look like he gave a fuck. None of them did, because I felt like they knew like this team was not built to do anything, and it wasn't. Everyone was probably going to lose the next round anyway, but it was just crazy. His last.
You'd have had a bye though if you won that last week.
Yeah, that was fucking lame. That was when he. I think that's when he said to himself, "Fuck it, we're fucking done."
Yeah,
which is lame, but whatever. Water under the bridge. But Patrick Chung, not Patrick Chung. Logan Ryan, former Patriot, actually picked off Brady took it pick six to the house. His last pass is a Patriot. So that's crazy how things come full circle.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I said I should have placed like $100, and everyone thought I was a clown. And I guess I am the clown because I indulged in their hatred and their fucking asinine ways of telling me not to do something. And next time I just need to trust my gut. Nah, didn't do it. But I had Tampa winning since day one, so I still have it, sticking with it.
No, you did. You had it winning, but bro, you need to monetize that shit. You were talking about that. I should have,
bro. I know monetization's the key.
Gotta go with your gut, bro.
Money runs the world, baby. Money.
Dude,
That's why we call the money team, bro.
I told you back in 2019 for the FIFA World Cup. 2018, I think it was the men's year was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I predicted every single game from the round of 32, bro. Every single game.
That's crazy.
I predicted that shit, bro. Hard. I had a Czech versus fucking it was France versus how do you pronounce their Croatia, right? Croatia versus France, and the only reason I picked Croatia, bro, is because I love their unis, bro. I thought those unis were fantastic.
Red,
the white, the checkered red, unreal.
Best.
And France, I was like, they're young, they're dynamic. I've seen these guys play a little bit, like in club soccer, even though I don't watch Premier League a lot. But I was like, yo, these guys are gonna have like a year like Germany had 4 years ago. And so I had them, and then literally Croatia was just for the jerseys. And I'm like, yo, England's gonna blow it. So I'm like, I'm going with Croatia. That's what happened, bro.
Typical.
And I had France winning the whole thing. So it like if I put money on that, I'd be a millionaire right now, bro. And that's the thing. That's the crazy thing about it. And ever since then, anytime I think about like a playoffs or whatever, or I try to, and I haven't bet on anything, but if I think about like calling it, I always get it wrong. You only get one shot at one of those. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
It never comes back usually.
Yeah, I feel that. But so I'm predicting the score to be 33-28. It's my prediction.
Did you see the first take debate on this on
34-31? 34-31. I'm sorry, 34-31. No, I didn't. 34-31.
They were debating whether or not whether or not Tampa Bay should be an underdog because they're 3.5-point underdog right now. Yeah. And Kansas City has a couple of guys that are injured. I do think it's the right tackle and the left tackle, so Eric Fisher and whoever else is on the right tackle. And they got a backup right tackle in there, Mike Remmers, who played for Carolina in 2015 and got smoked by Von Miller 3-4 times for 2 sacks. Remember that? That was him giving that up.
That's gonna be how they're gonna use their run D to counteract the pass game. When I say that, I mean that they're gonna use their front 7 to fucking disrupt the passing game because they're not gonna run the ball. I mean, they've been using Williams mostly. They have Le'Veon Bell who's been shit. It doesn't do anything. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is like playing on like 70%. So if they are able to control the line of scrimmage on defense and use the bull rush pass attack game or pass defense game, I should say, they're gonna win the game. They're gonna win the game. I mean, Mahomes is crazy. You get out of that. Don't get me wrong. They're still gonna put up points, but I think that's how they win the game ultimately.
I mean, they went ballistic
2 sacks
in
plus.
Tampa. Yep. They went ballistic in Tampa, literally, a few months ago. I mean,
wasn't it like a 3-point, 5-point game or something? They
blew him out of the water. Kansas City did in Tampa a few weeks ago. I have to probably double check on the score here.
I'm sure.
I think it was week 12. You know what? You're right. It was 27-24. Ended up coming back.
That was the close.
It was a 3-point game.
Yeah, but it was controlled by KC. You're right.
Yes. They blew him out early, and then Tampa Bay came back.
Like garbage fourth quarter.
That shit was garbage fourth quarter. Exactly. If that kind of, first of all, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that what I've noticed with Kansas City is in each playoffs, they actually start the game from behind.
Slow.
I mean, they usually start the game from a little behind. So the first quarter's slow. Like they'll make some dumb mistakes. They'll get a muff punt. They'll have a moment where you're like, holy shit, did they just score 2 touchdowns on them? And they look like, nobody counts them out because everyone knows Patrick Mahomes, those weapons on offense. Everyone has trust because they haven't lost a playoff game other than the one against Tom Brady, where you can legitimately make a case. That game went to OT. If Patrick Mahomes had a shot, wins the game, right? So I think at the end of the day, I expect a slow start from Kansas City. I think it would be the opposite of what happened in week 12 with Tyreek scoring like 270. I think the defense is going to try to try to lock him up a little better. They have two safeties that may not play, though. Antoine Winfield Jr., who's a rookie. He's playing unreal. He had 2 forced fumbles against the Packers. And then somebody else, I can't remember his name, but he's also the other starting safety. If they're not there, then they're going to have a real problem with the deep middle. And at the end of the day, that's the game. Because if Tyree can get there in the slot, wraps. That's exactly how they got screwed
run up
last
the
time.
seam, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
and Kelsey's their biggest weapon, because at the end of the day, it's the easiest throw to make to a tight end as opposed to throwing to the outside. And so that's why they love putting Tyreek and putting Kelsey inside and never keeping him outside. Mostly because if you think about it, throwing ahead of you is easier than throwing to an angle and to the side. Now, Patrick Mahomes can make any throw, but like no doubt that throw is going to be an easier, more efficient down. And so I'm thinking though, at the end of the day, the Chiefs, I want them to win. I personally do, because I can't root for the Bucks, right? Like, I'm a Panthers fan. I can't root for the division.
That's how I didn't root
I have
for
an
the Bills.
obligation. I have an obligation, but I also know that there's never been a team in NFL history that's won 3 road games in a row and gone to lose a Super Bowl. And there's something. It's just something that happens every time.
And they're home, bro.
The 5th or the 6th seed comes in there. Yeah, and they're playing a home Super Bowl, which shouldn't have happened in the first place, because that's never happened. So I'm just thinking they're at home during the Super Bowl. They're comfortable with that stadium. Yes, Kansas City came in there and demolished them, in those first 3 quarters. But at the end of the day, I think, like you were saying, I can foresee a situation where just Mahomes doesn't get the ball back. And that's the game. I think it could be 33-30 or something like that.
Brady knows how to manage the clock, bro. He's beaten Mahomes in the past. He knows his game. He knows Andy Reid's coaching. It's going to be a really good game.
31, I think it's 31-33. I just what I want to go with. But I'm look, at the end of the day, it is going to be a good game. It's going to be, I think, a great game. I mean, this is the game that's going to really define both of these 2 careers. Obviously, Tom Brady's going to go down as the greatest of all time. If he loses this game, though, then it opens the room in the debate for Patrick Mahomes in 4 or 5 years to claim that title if he goes on to win a couple more, right? So I think that's a real discussion to have. If he gets to 6 one day and he beat Brady,
that's
a discussion.
4 or 5 years, that means he's winning.
Back. No, but I can see that happening, because if he goes on to beat Tom Brady now, it's tough to think of who can stop him in the future. That's why I predict, though, first of all, it's hard to go back to Super Bowls. It's clear to me that the Chiefs are something else. I don't want to bet against them. Like, if I was actually betting on this game, I might just bet on what I want to see happen. So I might bet on the Chiefs. But it's also like it's Brady, and I get it. And they're at home in the Super Bowl. They won 3 straight road games. They're wearing white, which is usually like 80% of the time they win if you wear white. The team wears white.
They've won 3 times or 3 or 4 times on the Patriots wearing white.
Yeah. So, and they lost wearing blue, right?
Yeah.
Except for against Carolina.
And then the first Rams over Kurt Warner. But
that's right.
But what's also interesting? So first off, I think my X factors of the game are Shaq Barrett, Leonard Fournette, and Gronk are my 3 X factors. Because Gronk hasn't a shit in the playoffs other than block for the running backs. Yeah. And I think that Brady knows he needs a big play, and it's going to be fucking Gronk. It's going to show up, whether it's a touchdown, back fade to the end zone, or like run up the seam for 30 yards, get us in the red zone. Fournette punches it in, something like that. Okay. And I think Kansas City's obviously Tyreek, Kelsey, and what's the big boy up the middle? Chris Jones. Is he hurt though? Isn't he hurt?
No, he's playing. Chris Jones playing. I'm not watching the game if he's not playing, bro.
He's key.
I'm not watching the game if he's not playing, because the Chiefs aren't going to win if he ain't playing, bro. That dude is a dog. Yeah. He's a dog.
And the kickers, the punters and kickers could come into play too, man. I think that they both have good. Bucker and Sukup have been great this year. I had them both in fantasy. They've both been good. Really, really good. And that Bucks finally solved their kicking problem. They had shit kickers. Robert Wyo drafted them early, trash. Actually, Patriots picked them up, which is kind of funny. But also, I want to hit on the fact that the update on Deshaun Watson, they're saying that Derek Carr for D Watts is a possibility. And I think, imagine Watson and Mahomes in the same division. That would be nuts. I think that.
No, I just don't think the Texans would do it.
No, I know, but as much as that's true. But as much as I love Derek Carr. I'm a big Derek Carr fan, and
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with the Raiders. I want them to be good and figure their shit out finally. Even though Gruden, I think, is a little bit of a clown. Having
Yeah.
said that, or just kind of full of himself, not much of a. I
I
guess,
think he's
kind of a
definitely
clown.
full. He's
Yeah, he's
definitely
very full of
egotistical.
himself, egotistical for sure. But I think that they be. I don't know. I just really don't know because they got to fix their defense first. Anyway, that doesn't matter who the fuck's your quarterback at that point. But yeah, bro, Super Bowl's gonna be fun. I'm excited. What are you doing, bro? What's your plans? Are you watching with the fam?
Well, right now I'm gonna
What you
watch
up
with
to?
the fam. Right now I'm gonna watch with the fam. I might have a few friends over, not exactly sure yet,
Yeah.
but it's good even just with the fam, man, because it's like we got a new TV and stuff, which was really dope about a month ago. So and it's and I'm loving the quality's amazing. I love the new NFL camera. I don't know if you've noticed this. I forgot what they call it in the end zone.
hangs
Not
low?
like
The
it hangs low.
touchdown
It's
one.
after they score. It's
Yeah,
after they score. They do that little thing where they like zoom in on them.
Yeah.
And that shit looks like really nice. It looks like 3D. Like it looks like you're in there. Like I'm like,
PJ got that 4K
clarity,
shit. Nah, you're on the 5K, bro. You're in
I've
the
never
future.
seen more clarity.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, it should be a good week.
Yeah, bro. So also there's something funny, man. So just to kind of pop on this little topic of discussion here. So it's so funny because I get a lot of people talking about the podcast, talking about getting on the podcast. They're like, oh, bro, I don't know. I'm going to say something bad because I know my mouth's like dirty or my mouth is isn't where it should be in terms of professionalism. Like, bro, you could be professional. You could say whatever the fuck you want at the same time. It doesn't matter, man. If people get offended, that's on them. But what I want to ask
Suede
you,
smoking a blunt, bro, on the pod just now.
It's a free,
it's
a free country, bro.
If you're watching, bro, you better come on.
Yeah,
you know
but that's so courteous of people too. To say, oh, is it cool to say this? Cool to do this? I'm like, yeah, do what you want. This is a thing where you can market yourself, show off your whatever you want to do. Just be yourself, man. I'm not gonna tell a person how to be. That's the worst thing in life. When someone tells you how to be, how to act. I'm not a fucking robot. I'm a human. Okay, I'm not gonna act a certain way you want to act, but I'm gonna be professional in my own way, and the own way I know how to do it. And with that, I wanted to get into the fact that, you know, of the fact in the topic of cursing, whatever you want to say, profanity, explicit content. So I cuss a lot. You cuss, get a fair amount as well.
A solid amount.
Especially when you're heated. Don't catch this man TJ on a fiery wrath rant where he's going ham, especially when it comes to the old cabinet, old presidential office.
Yo, if we're talking
members.
politics, or we're talking Cam Newton, we're talking the Panthers, bro, I'm going ham.
So let's do this little fun exercise. I'm gonna say a cuss word and you match it with the cuss word, and we're gonna go back and forth. All
right, let's do it, bro. I'm down. And then we can talk about our favorite ones. All right, let's do that.
Absolutely. So,
you go first or me?
You started, brother.
All right, fuck.
Shit.
Bullshit.
Crap.
Motherfucker.
Bitch.
Damn.
Shite.
I'm thinking of one.
I have some in my head. I'm not gonna say.
I can't think of another one, bro.
Dick. Pussy.
Oh yeah.
Piece of shit.
Fucker.
Hello, fucker. You fucker.
Yeah, a little fucker.
Goddamn fucker, you. Man, this is my goddamn town, okay? I'm Dirty Dan.
Listen, this is my city, man.
This is my city.
Hey, we are not allowing, this is my joint. No one's coming into my joint, to my yard. This is my city.
Dude.
Here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I love me some Bojangles. I love me some fried chicken. I love me a little sweet tea. Woo! Give me that sweet tea every single day, and I'll be good to go.
Bro, that's okay. We keep going, but
my southern accent, bro, has moments. It's like off.
Well, you have some southern words you say. You say theater, y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah.
I do that a lot. Yeah.
So you have that southern charm, bro. I fucks with it. It's cool.
Oh yeah.
Southern dialect.
I can't think of any other ones, bro. Can you think of any of the cuss words, bro?
I can. I'm not gonna say
off my head
because they're probably offensive.
Yeah, there's some that are offensive. I'm not trying to get into that. I'm trying to get into like ones that you think of saying on a daily basis. You know.
Cocksucker.
Yes. Cocksucker, dude. That's one of my favorites, no doubt. Cocksucker. That's one of my favorites. I know what my favorite swear word is because it's the one I say before, and I was thinking about this. All right, so
what is it?
My favorite swear word is fuck, and I'll tell you why. Because it's used in context of every other swear word. Yeah. Like when I say, yo, that's some bullshit, I'll say, yo, that's some fucking bullshit. If I'm saying shit, no, I say fuck shit. That's what like you
bitch. Yeah, check West we get it really rich.
Exactly. It always is pretext with fuck. It's like it's involved. It's like married to every single other cuss word. You need it, you know?
Dude, I couldn't agree more. And the thing that I want to kind of piggyback off of what you said is the fact that it is like the lob. It's like the CP3 of Lob City, you know. It's like throwing them lobs to the bitch, to the pussy. Fucking pussy, fucking bitch, fucking cocksucker, fucking motherfucker. That's the best one. Fucking motherfucker.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think the best part about it too is that you could have so many variations of fuck. Hey fucker. Hey motherfucker. Yeah. Hey, you fucker. You're such a fucker, man. Dude, you're a fucker.
There's a lot of ways you could say
so many variations depending on the dialect and accent.
Exactly.
You fucker, mate. Goddamn fucking
geographic location.
Fucking bloody wank. I'm so bad at my accents. All my
London
wank, and Brits. All my shout out to my London and Brit homies. I know my accent is so shite. It's the worst. Absolutely positively horrible. Although I'm a fucking wizard. I'm a goddamn bloody fucking wizard, Harry.
I'm a fucking wizard, Harry. It's not fucking. I said that. I think they say fucking. It's like fucking. Something like that. Yeah.
Bloody
hell. Bloody hell.
Fucking.
You fucking wank. You fucking wank. Bloody hell.
Bloke. Oh you're better. You're way better.
That's it. When I get into it, bro. Like,
when you get into it, you're very good. Absolutely. But enough of this dumb shit. Let's I just really want to talk about some fits that I saw this week that I really want to get into real brief.
Bring them on.
But bring them on. Hold on. Yeah, I'm the coochie man.
Coming home.
All right, brothers and sisters.
That's Pulisic or what's
my boy?
That's Pulisic, right?
Pulisic. Christian Pulisic. Yep. You can pronounce it different ways because a lot of announcers say different ways too. But this is a little GQ thing he did, talking about how he's gonna be the next biggest American star, really, not just in soccer, but he is, and he is still young. Chelsea won today, beat Tottenham, beat the Spurs, the London Derby, won today. Great. Fuck you, Steve Nash. You're a fan. I hate your Nets, hate your Suns, or hated your Suns, and I hate your goddamn Spurs. So and I hated your goddamn play on the Lakers. You sucked ass and you fucked us up.
I fuck with Nash, bro. Nash a dog.
No, he stole 2 MVPs from Kobe,
bro.
Fuck that.
That was the one thing that was fucked up. But it wasn't his call. It wasn't his call,
but he should have handed it over. If he wanted to be a man, he should have handed it over. Like at least Giannis admitted LeBron.
To do that?
At least Giannis knew LeBron should have won MVP last year. You know?
He said that.
Bro. He even said that. But anyway, this is like such a like biker gang, but like I'm scoring goals. Fit, what's up?
Yeah.
I like it though. I like the jeans. This is your boy. I thought I'd get him for you, man.
Hassan Minaj.
Yeah, man. He's pretty funny.
He's insanely fitted always, bro. He's always fitted, man. And he is funny. He's got some really good. He had his show. I think it got canceled on Netflix. I'm not 100% sure, but he had a show on Netflix, which was very interesting, really getting into different things, different topics of discussion, just there for like half an hour, talking about it to a crowd. But yeah, dude, I think he's comedy gold right now, man. Him and Aziz, man. Aziz is the other one.
Very funny.
Because Aziz is Indian.
Is Mindy like part of the crew? Is Mindy?
Yeah, dude, they're all there because we don't have space to take it to leave anybody out of the crew.
It's crazy, bro. You guys have billions of Indian people in this world, and That's something I guess you want to get into real brief. So
we can't be picky about that, you know.
No. But the thing is, like, so the Golden Globe nominations come out, and a lot of people are still bitching. There's not enough black nominees.
I haven't looked at them. I haven't looked at them yet. So you get into it because I haven't looked at who's been there.
First off, the movies is kind of hard to judge because we're still unable to go and see them in theaters. A lot of them people probably haven't watched. I've seen a good amount of them. Still got to watch the ones that were nominated, obviously. There was a lot of snubs. I think The Five Bloods should have been in it.
I love that.
And not because it's Spike Lee and it's a black movie, but because it's a fucking good movie. That movie was really good, bro. It was a really, really good movie. I liked it a lot.
It was just a good film.
And it was an interesting take on Vietnam, too. The way that they filmed it was super cool.
Absolutely.
As Spike Lee does with most of his movies. But, that definitely got snubbed. People are saying Zendaya got snubbed for this new movie that dropped, Malcolm and Marie.
Yeah, with
John David Washington.
With Washington. Yeah, that's right.
And the Euphoria director directed, and it's just them through the whole movie. I'm obviously gonna watch it. The reviews weren't great, but they say like the performances obviously were really, really good, which I'm sure they're two really phenomenal actors. Taking really the scene by storm, man. For
they are.
Sure.
They both are.
Mm-hmm. But my thing is like people are still bitching about the whole there's not enough black representation in the academy, or not the academy, but this is the Hollywood Foreign Press here. And my thing is like, dude, why do we have to? I understand why there's this topic of debate and outcry for more black representation. Sure, fine, whatever.
Absolutely.
But you don't see like the Indian community doing that in this mass scale. The Hispanic community, there's more goddamn Hispanics in this country than black people and soon to be white people, bro. You'll see them bitching and complaining about Hispanic, Mexican, Salvadoran, Guatemalan, Dominican, whatever the fuck Hispanic race you are, Latin American, whatever. They don't bitch, bro. They just keep working. And I'm not saying black people or people that are trying to advocate for black power, I guess you could say, are bitching. Yes, they have a valid reason why they're complaining and why they're upset. But look, dude, there's Black Ma Rainey. There's a lot of nominees that are from the black with black origins, from the black community.
Female directors.
I think and it doesn't matter. Like, why do you have to watch a movie and say, "Oh, where's the black people?
Exactly.
Oh, where's the Asian people? Oh, where's the Mexicans? The fucking Chinese, whatever the fuck." Just watch the movie, enjoy it. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. You could be a fucking black person. You could be a person with mental disability. I don't give a fuck, bro. If it's a good movie, if I'm enjoying it, you got my vote, bro. Like, why does it have to? It just shouldn't be that. And I think that's also one thing that's hurting the advocacy for black power.
It hurts the advocacy.
It does hurt it, in my opinion, because let it naturally happen and occur. And you're not, you know what I'm saying? Instead of pressing people, because that makes it, to me, that makes it a little invalid.
Here's what I've noticed. When they get those nominations. It's very interesting because you've got like actual activism. Yeah, you've got actual activism on the ground. And I think big swaths of it, I think the people that are doing it because they see injustice, I respect the hell out of that we can disagree and have disagreements on certain organizations that are, pushing for diversity, pushing for power, equity, etc. But I think at the end of the day, and what they want to stand for specifically, but I think at the end of the day, when it comes to these kind of things, part of what you were talking about is, we want to live in a society where we're not thinking about these things every day because at the end of the day, we're just automatically doing it. We're automatically hiring somebody who is from a poor background or someone who's of a different ethnic background. We're not forced into doing it, but we're doing it because we know that individual has the abilities that we need. And we don't care that this, maybe parts of it is important. Like there is a certain background that person brings that could be good for a job or could be good for, a film. And there is no doubt that, over the last X amount of years, there's been stories that needed to have been told that I think there needed to be highlighted on, but the problem is, with this kind of, this culture is you see a lot of the times, you have real directors, real artists that are talking about it, and I'll respect them to various degrees based on the points that they're bringing in to the conversation and the discussion. I have a little bit of a problem with, when like random people, and most of the time like white, very liberal people, or just kind of liberal people who kind of come into the fray and try to push and escalate the context, putting hashtags on it and stuff like that. I don't think that is what it's about. Like that whole hashtag thing, like Oscars crisis, too white, bro. Stuff like that. I had some issues with it. I respected like when Will Smith would talk about why he's not going. I respected it. But when it's becoming like this thing to everyone to get, rally behind, a rallying cry, I do think it diverts the energy behind any natural movement on actually getting more equity in Hollywood, actually talking about more stories. I've been telling you this, but I want to see more storytelling in Hollywood. I don't care as much about, yes, I want to see Indian representation. I want to see African-American representation. I want to see Latino representation. I would say, yes, African-Americans have a different perspective because they came here in chains and on boats and were forced into a life that they didn't want to have. When in the other, Indians, Latinos, like we've immigrated to this country of our own, free will. And I think that's a massive difference. So I think I can respect that there's more angst, more anger, and that's just in everything, not just entertainment, but society, economics, everything, culture. I will say that at the end of the day, we need to work together. I want to see representations of all forms, but I also want to see geographic representation. I want to see more stories about the Southern lifestyle of a Black man, of somebody who's of a poor descent. I want to see more stories on rural America. I want to see more stories about the plight of urban America, problems with climate, problems with, clean water. I want to see more stories like that from not just now in the present, but from the past. A movie on Black Wall Street. That's how you get people to understand things. Because if you see a film, in putting into context the way a society is at a certain period of time, you learn more. That's how we will grow and become better. And I also, on the same side, I hate it when people always talk about, there's a section that always talks about like quote unquote Hollywood elitism. That is absolutely there. I mean, there's massive Hollywood like elitism that's institutionalized. Harvey Weinstein's an example, the corruption, that kind of shit. But it's always like thrown around now for like everything from Harvey Weinstein to like a Black artist on the come up. That's not what Hollywood elitism is. Hollywood elitism, that liberal elitism is this idea that we don't need to follow the rules we're telling you to follow. Like we don't need to. It's like getting caught in the salon when you've got you have rules in California not to not go outside. That's the elitism, not some up and coming artist who's Black and someone thinks, oh well, they're not really deserving of this or deserving of that. We can debate things like that, but that's not elitism, and I don't think it needs to be so one-sided. We need to have real discussions on like what's effective, what's good. How do we want to see media content portrayed? And that's why I was happy we got have your friend on the show earlier, because he did talk about that. He came from Louisiana, moved to LA, obviously because of technology, because of opportunity, because he said he would be looked at as a joke in Louisiana for doing what he was doing, but looked more openly in California. And that's the problem, right? It's like making an atmosphere where there is more creativity and enterprise. At the end of the day, California has the greatest economy. So you would think has one of the best economies in the world, one of the largest economies in the world. So what I would say is it's a place for enterprise. Yes, happens to be a hell of a lot of liberal people there, but it's a place of massive enterprise and creativity that shouldn't be shunned out, just like, things like family values and having some understanding of our traditional cultures here. We talked about kind of not assimilation, but like but more like kind of other individuals coming into our country and learning about our culture, our foundation, how we operate. Those are important parts too. There is a middle ground there because they're both part of something bigger. They're both part of the American psyche, the American spirit. I know I went on there for a lot, but feel free to respond.
I was just gonna say the first part, really the first thing you said was want more storytelling. And I think that's what's facts, because you see a lot of recreation or reboot of a lot of classic films, classic pieces of art, whatever it is. And they just like, oh, all of a sudden fucking this classic character is now a woman or is Black or is this and that. I'm like, that's cool. I don't fucking care, whatever. But at the same time, why don't you just make your own original characters, bro? Like this is like that's the problem I see with it. The people are trying to change history and what's has been. Like, how about change the fucking future and stop living, like learn from the past, but change the fucking future, bro. Like stop living
How
in
are we
the
gonna
past.
change the future?
You learn from it, move on. Don't live in it, dwell in it, and try to recreate it. That's something you can't do that. You can't do that. So live in the moment, live in the present, and look forward to the future. Let's make a new woman superhero. Let's make a black superhero. That's original. Not let's throw a black Batman. Like obviously, there's no problem with that.
Yeah, but don't force anything. You don't need to force the hand. It was like with James Bond. I was saying like
there is a new black Batman, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, there is
in the comics. Yeah. Lucius Fox's son. I don't know if people know comics.
Interesting.
Lucius Fox is Morgan Freeman in the Dark Knight trilogy, so his son, the comics, becomes Batman in an alternate universe, which is lit. So now he's valid because it's original content. There you go. That's original content. It's not a black Wayne. It's it's Batman, the character, but
black. That's what, and that's the thing. It's like a lot of people were saying with James Bond, like an Idris Elba type. You know what I mean? That he would come out as because when I see that, I'm like, okay, he could play James Bond because all James Bonds, I believe, with the exception of maybe one have been British. I think they've all been British, but essentially that's part of it. You need. Exactly. Either British, Scottish, or Irish, right? So it's like I do think you need to have an accent. It needs to be natural. I think it can be forced. And Idris Elba also has that action experience. He's been in action films. And so he could play a role like that. So what I'm saying is like, you don't need to throw in for the sake of diversity. It's almost like, it's kind of my opinion on affirmative action to a degree. It comes down to that. It's like, don't force the hand of things. I do understand that there's problems with hiring. I'm not even going to get into that part, but especially in Hollywood, it's more important that the people who are making decisions, people who are content creators, people who are working behind the scenes, that they're coming from different places, because then you're going to get a situation where more actors from diverse backgrounds are being hired. You won't see the Indian community complain about it much, but we do look up to those people that are there on TV. We look up to the Kal Penns of the world, even if he was playing, like that typical kind of, or the Kumail Nanjiani on Big Bang Theory, that, they're playing the stereotypical nerdy, sidekicky individual. You don't see, not Kumail Nanjiani. Kumail Nanjiani is, he's going to be in a superhero movie. He was in The Big Short. It's I'm forgetting the other guy's name.
He's from Silicon Valley, right?
No, Kumail Nanjiani is, I think, in Silicon Valley also.
Yeah, he plays
right. Yeah,
it's funny as shit.
Yes, he's hilarious, and
he's awesome.
But there's somebody else who's actually like married to this really, who's married to like who's in The Big Bang Theory. He plays Raj in The Big Bang Theory. I can't remember his name. But it's that stereotypical kind of thing, and that's why I really liked Aziz's new his Masters of None, his Netflix special, because I thought it was interesting, even though he's playing that comical nerdy, because he can't move away from that, because that is kind of what most people look at. He did make it more interesting, like bringing it to a sense where it's about him, the story's about him, and I love that. But that is the problem, like you don't see a lot of representation at kind of like in powerful kind of like lead roles, I would say, for Indian Americans, probably not for as much for Latino Americans either, and even for African Americans to a degree. But I think the part is like, you just want to get people in the door, get them in the door. A lot of the other reasons, because there's not a lot of Indian Americans that get into acting, get into music, get into these things. They're generally in other industries. So if you can push into an industry, I think you're going to see more opportunity there.
Couldn't agree with you more, brother. So we didn't really finish these fits. So you got boy Kuz rocking the Akatsuki puffer jacket. Nice fit here. I think. By the way, everybody, if you didn't watch episode 3 with Jojo, or apologies. Episode 1, Jojo Kai has his brand Chops, as well as his anime clothing brand called Senpai. I didn't know what Senpai meant. But it's basically like the secondary sensei, right-hand man of the sensei, basically. So yeah, if you're interested in anime, anywhere from One Punch Man and Naruto, he has all the clothing, sick merchandise for you guys. Drop that also in the description and everything like that. Would love to engage with you guys in comments and everything, learn more about it. Could provide you a lot of information. We just had our first photo shoot the other day. Yours truly was one of the models. Very, very fun. Anyway, Kuz always fitted as he is, and I feature a lot of Kuz on here. I just like his fashion. I think I like his fashion more than his game right now at the moment.
Does.
But he's been playing solid because people just expect too much of him, bro. People expect too much of him. Man.
I did because he came out his rookie year and was balling, bro. And then it all.
Well, that's because he didn't play with AD and LeBron. It's because he had.
Doesn't matter. It never arrived though.
Well, you don't have to fucking.
He was supposed to be the big three. Never happened.
I know, but it's more like the big two plus like all the like equal leveled contribution and contributor people on the team. Kuz, Schroeder, Harrell. Anyway, Russ West over here with his fucking I don't know what the fuck he's wearing here.
That's a cardigan, probably, right?
It's a bathrobe.
Nah. It looks like
super comfy.
It looks like a science.
He's going to sleepover.
Like a doctor's coat, dude.
It does look
like a doctor's coat.
Right. You're right. Who's his patient? The Rim.
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna go test some people for corona.
And this is Luigi Villasenor, founder of Rude clothing brand, which is probably my favorite street fashion clothing brands. He actually went to Calabasas. No, not Calabasas High School. Westlake High School, I believe.
Westlake,
and Oaks Christian, one of those two, or maybe both. A lot of my boys knew him, went to school with him. But his brand is awesome. Shout out to him. He just had Jay-Z rocking his stuff recently. This is from his GQ cover shoot.
That's dope.
Check out Rude. Rude's dope. Favorite band again. Streetwear fashion, all that stuff. I also like that bike. That bike looks super cool.
I don't. I personally am not a fan. Really? I can't even tell what that is.
Well, it's like it looks like a motorcycle bike where you pedal it like an electrical one. Yeah, you pedal it to get the power going. It's like the electrical.
How fast is it going?
Dude, well, I got for those of you New Yorkers who don't ride electric city bikes, you're just obviously slacking because you're spending too much money on the subway, on your Metro card, you're spending too much money on Ubers, taxi, whatever the fuck you're doing, or you're walking, which is better. But get a city bike pass because the electric bikes go up to like 20, 25 miles per hour. I got from Stuytown, which is 18th and Avenue C, where I lived, all the way up to 45th and Avenue of the Americas in 15 minutes on this electric city bike. And that's hauling ass, bro. So you guys I recommend taking that around the city. I gave an electric city bike tour one of these days, not now. There's a massive snowstorm.
Was it 13 there, bro? So I have family in Hoboken.
That pissed me off too, dude. We had 4 years at NYU, and none of the years we had snow.
I know, dude. We had no snow like that ever.
And when we did have snow, it was the shitty snow. It was like super windy.
It was a slush.
Hail, slushy. Yeah. I'm like, bro, if I want a Slurpee, I'm going to 7-Eleven. I don't need it on the streets.
Yo, we had some days where there was some good snow, but it didn't stick as much. It was just like beautiful to see.
We did play football in Central Park though, which
was
lit. That was fun.
That's
right.
Snow
in Central Park. Here we got my boy ASAP Nast and Ricky Rose, biggest boss all day.
I love the Oilers hat, bro. That's a fucking bad.
That is a badass hat. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I wish they'd go back, bro. Maybe they'll get They should Texans, go back. No, they'll probably get canceled for that.
Houston Texans.
They'll probably get canceled for that, bro. Go back to the Oilers.
The Washington Bullets was also badass. That should be the football team, man.
Yeah.
So that was basketball, obviously.
No, dude, did they make some? I saw some
Generals
really
would be
ones.
Badass too, I think.
I thought Generals would be good. Concords, they had that one
Washington
about
Concords would be cool.
They had one which was
Eagles.
No, not Eagles. It was like the jet pilots, the African American jet pilots from Red Tails, Washington Red Tails. I love that the uniform combo that they made for that. They also had Red Wolves, which I thought was cool, but I don't know like Red Wolves, like what the hell those are, and they're definitely not in DC. They're not in DC, which is the problem, right? Exactly. It has to represent the state.
I think the Generals would be badass just because like Washington, but it's like Washington was a general. It is common, but I think you can make a sick
the Washington Statesman
logo.
Washington Statesman.
That's funny. But ASAP Nast is rocking his like Horton Hears a Who fucking sweater over here, bro. Like shout out Dr. Seuss, bro.
And this motherfucker has Dr. Seuss characters on his shirt, bro.
Oh, Ricky Rose. Yes, sir. By the way, have you had Bel Air champagne before? That's
I don't think so.
Dude, so good. So tasty.
Yeah?
A lot of the times it's not bad. It's like
not bad.
I think it was only like on sale, it was like 25 a bottle, normally like 35, but it's still not too bad. It's very tasty, very good. I got the rosé sparkling champagne one. It's very good, recommend it. Actually, most of them are rosé. What am I talking about? That makes sense. Anyway, yeah, that's that's the fits we got here. And then let me just hit on this bracket real brief, which is like totally not where I expected it to be. The Kanye bracket.
Really?
I did not expect this. So, Gold Digger was victorious, best Kanye song according to the audience.
That's cap. That's cap. Like that's just straight cap.
I mean, I think like it's obviously the most known. It's the most mainstream. It's been around since my favorite Late Registration album. Yeah. I mean, it's a classic. You can't hate on the song. It's classic. It's very classic.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not a bad song.
I guess it's Kanye's best song, Stronger. I mean, there's a lot of songs in here.
I still think it's Heartless. I think it's Heartless.
Heartless is Kanye's.
I think Heartless is. I think Heartless is a better song than Gold. I think Stronger is a better song than Gold. I think Gold Digger is.
You're talking like lyricism,
iconic,
lyrical. I mean,
yeah, lyrical value is way better.
I mean, Gold Digger is just
that
like
beginning.
It's hilarious.
The way it opens up the. It's just funny.
My money.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a driving friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger.
Gold digger.
Way
over town.
That dig no need. She take my money. Say she's a gold digger. Oh, that song is so.
But no, we were right about it though because we knew it was gonna be mainstream. We said we said that they were gonna go with the mainstream pick.
Gotta say, man. Gotta say, could have called this one.
Yeah, big surprise.
Riddle me that. But yeah, that's
and now him and Kimmy K are not on speaking terms anymore. That's the new news. That's the updated.
I think that's a lot of blown out of proportion, bro.
Get out, dude. They're gonna get a divorce.
I don't think so.
No, they legitimately are. I think they legitimately are gonna get a divorce.
I know, but tabloids are wrong. Some of the.
You just don't think. But
I think they'll work it out, bro. I don't think because what the fuck is Kanye gonna do without Kim? And what is like Kim's like? Here we already have like 4. What do they have? Like
she can do a lot without Kanye, bro. You know what?
Oh, she can do whatever the fuck without anybody, bro. She's like
exactly. Do you see that shit about A-Rod, dude? I was heated about that. A-Rod.
No.
They had like E! News that put out some stuff that A-Rod. Just like search it up on your browser real quick. A-Rod. Was apparently cheating or had some affair with a Southern Belle co-star. I don't even know he was on that show, Southern Belle.
Yeah,
but he apparently has something. The woman came out though and said that they didn't have an affair. He didn't cheat on J-Lo at all. But they had they probably was talking or something. No, it wasn't Kristen Cavallari. It was Madison LaCroix. No, Madison LaCroix. Sorry, not like the Southern drink. Belle, Southern Charm, Southern Charm.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah, Southern Charm.
I've seen it.
I don't like. What the fuck was that, bro?
Madison LaCroix. Oh yeah, let's see. This is fuckers up to everybody.
That's crazy talk, bro. I just didn't fuck with it because I was like, all right. I know damn well he's not cheating on her. Like I know damn well. Like if she comes out in less than a day and she's like. Nope, I'm not having an affair with him. But there probably was some texting going on. But I didn't know he was on this like Southern Charm show. Like, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's on Bravo. It's a reality show.
Oh.
Bunch of fucks in Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, well, I didn't even know he was in Charleston. Well, he's
Dine
in
out,
Florida a lot, right?
Dude, this is blown out of proportion, man. I don't think.
Yeah. Why would you can tell this is blown out. You can tell this is blown out of proportion. You can tell. But I don't know, man. Kimmy K and Kanye, I do think that's gonna end up. I think they're gonna get divorced.
Yeah, I don't even fuck this.
So.
Well, I'm even sharing this. It's not worth sharing.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that it was happening.
Yeah, thank you.
Know what I mean? Because I saw it yesterday. I was like, "This is some fucked up shit."
You know, A-Rod may have cheated in baseball, but I don't think he's gonna cheat on Jay.
Fuck no, dude. You can't, bro.
Yeah, no, you can't.
You can't, because then you ain't getting in the hall.
Hey, Jay-Z did cheat on Beyonce, and we didn't think he'd do that because he's ugly.
Yeah, but I feel like if A-Rod was gonna do it, he's gonna do it like later. You know,
yeah,
but a year or two.
Well, Jay-Z's not ugly as fuck, bro. I mean, he's not like the best looking guy, but I think his style and his money make up for a lot of it, and is his persona.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not hating on Hov. Shout out Hov, wherever you want to Hov. Hov.
Beyonce's beautiful though. She's beautiful. And
Hov went to the pool.
I do think a little out.
Jumped in and dove. Everybody know he drives a Range Rover. Anyway, all right, man. We're rambling too much. That was fun today. You have a good time?
I had a great time, man.
Yeah, dude.
Glad that we got to do this
Shout out
again.
Suede.
Stay in tune.
Shout out Suede. Stay in tune to next week. We'll be talking, breaking down what we saw from the Super Bowl. I've been really trying to get into this zombie apocalypse talk too, bro. I think that's kind of
you've been texting me about this, bro.
Yeah, I have, man. I know.
Let's talk.
Me and my crazy head where it goes sometimes.
Bro, see, I feel like for that we need Gardner, bro, to just hop in.
Yeah, we'll bring the Goonie Tunes
about his apocalyptic
on the show.
self.
We'll bring the
Goonie Tunes need to be here, bro. The Goonie Tunes.
We'll bring the Goonie Tunes for sure.
Provocative.
Getting that for sure. Anyway, bro. Thanks again to my boy Suede at God Carleon on IG. Follow him on all social media platforms. Check him out. Got a lot to share, a lot of comedy, a lot of good content, a lot of good ideas and everything like that. Thank you again, my brother. And thank you again,
love you, bro.
TJ. Love you, homie. Yeah. Shit.
Blessings.
Thursday.
Blessings,
bro. Everyone have a great weekend, great Super Bowl. Stay safe. Don't party too hard. Don't party at all. Anyway, let's slice it up.